Let's have a look at Hulk's skills and abilities. Starting out with his heroic abilities, his support heroic ability is called Bone Shaker, which temporarily armors himself while drawing attention of nearby enemies by smashing the ground, and also dealing damage. His assault heroic ability lets him do a running dash that knocks enemies aside and grabs an enemy while he's doing it, and then smashes them to the ground at the end of the slam. His Stranglehold assault heroic ability lets him run dash through enemies, grabbing the first enemy he sees, and at the end of his run, he smashes the enemy to the ground for a powerful slam, dealing damage to nearby enemies. And of course, his ultimate ability is the Thunderclap that does a powerful two-handed slap that does amazing damage in a cone shape and sends enemies flying away from him. So looking at his skills, he has combat skills, he has heavy attack skills, grab attacks, as well as rage. Looking at his combat here, his first light attack pummel attack is a 4-hit combo with a guard break for the finisher. The final 4th attack does break shields. While sprinting towards an enemy, you can do a light attack to do a powerful shoulder charge that staggers enemies. An upgrade to that ability makes this Ram Reinforcement, which actually lets him do a small radial explosion on the impact that he does in running into an enemy. While in the air, he can do a series of 3 combo attacks, dealing more damage the further he hits them in the combo. If you do a light attack right after dodging, you can do a backhand that launches enemies into the air, leaving them vulnerable for follow-up attacks. If you hold right-click, you can pick up a rock and press left-click to just throw it. It also breaks guard, which is really fantastic because you can just break guard really easy by chucking this at an enemy. If you hold down right-click and left-click, you're able to pick up a massive piece of ground and release left-click to throw it at the enemy that you're aiming at. It also breaks guard and does massive damage. Alternatively, while picking up that large piece of debris, you can do a heavy attack or even a light attack to do different variations of melee attacks using the freaking rubble as a weapon. It also breaks guard and does massive damage. Looking at Hulk's Gamma Hammer, which is his basic heavy attack ability, it is a 2-attack combo where he smashes the ground and picks it up, throwing different shards of the rubble against his enemies. While sprinting forward and doing the heavy attack button, you can do a belly flop on the ground to do like a little kind of ground shaker ability. I like the name for this one. The next skill here gives him a heavy combo finisher, so if you do 4 light attacks with a heavy attack right after that, you're able to do a massive finisher there where you just smash enemies for high damage, dude, and also breaks guard. If you hold down your heavy attack ability, you'll be able to do a smash ability, which breaks guard and does massive damage to nearby enemies. After doing that smash attack, you can press heavy attack again to do another smaller radial explosive attack that hits nearby enemies and also breaks guard. Alternatively, you can also rapidly press the heavy attack button 5 more times to do a series of smashes on the ground to just deal that AoE damage to anyone nearby, which actually makes him really good. I feel like a lot of people are struggling because you really have to use Hulk in a really good combo to be effective with him. While in the air, you can press your heavy attack ability to fly down and punch the ground. While in the air, if you hold down your heavy attack ability, you'll slam into the ground with a powerful area, breaking nearby enemies' guard and just dealing a lot of damage. Looking at Hulk's grab attacks, you can actually grab the first enemy by holding in light attack and then use them as a weapon 3 times as the light attack button, or even 3 heavy attacks to just smash them and also break enemies' guard, as well as doing more damage the longer you hit enemies with this person. That's crazy, dude. After picking up an enemy, you can actually hold in heavy attack to leap up in the air and smash the enemy into the ground, breaking guard and dealing massive damage to nearby enemies. When you pick up an enemy and then you jump and hold heavy attack, you smash them into the ground, breaking nearby enemies' guard and dealing a lot of damage. If you hold down light attack while you're already holding an enemy, you can actually pick up another enemy and wield 2 enemies as weapons. And you can do 3 light attack combos and 3 heavy attack combos, dealing more damage the longer you're hitting enemies, as well as breaking guard of nearby enemies. This is madness, dude. While holding 2 enemies, if you hold down your heavy attack ability, you smash the 2 enemies together, dealing a shockwave in front of you, breaking enemy shields, and just breaking the 2 people you were holding. You can do the same ability while in the air by holding 2 enemies, jumping, and then holding down your heavy attack button to slam both enemies together, and also breaking guard of anyone nearby or someone flying enemies or anything. It's really kind of a situational kind of move here. According to what type the enemy you're holding is, if they are like poison or like shock or like electricity, and you're hitting enemies with them, you'll actually apply that kind of damage. So you'll apply damage of what the enemy's type is, which is fantastic. Hulk's resource bar is called Rage, which you can see by the green line underneath his health bar, and when this is full, you can hold Q to activate Rage mode and deal 15% extra damage as well as recover health, and if you press it right before an enemy attacks you, you'll also do a parry. Getting the Devil's Rampage skill will actually let you get more points to your rage meter when you do takedown abilities. Controlled Chaos skill lets you reduce the cost of using rage by 20%, so lets you be in rage mode for longer. Monster of Mayhem skill lets you further reduce the cost of using rage by 15%, as well as increasing your damage and defense by 15% extra as well, which is quite cool. Survival Instincts lets you increase your health recovery rates while in rage mode by 100%, so that's 2 times the healing speed. You can earn extra rage points with the Klaxon Frenzy by performing a perfect evade using this skill. With the Unstoppable Ferocity, you can increase the maximum energy value of your meter by 15% so that you have more rage to use. You can increase this further by Unbounded Fury, adding another extra 15% to it. Looking at your Cataclysm skill and your rage meter is full, doing any extra attacks will make you go into overcharge mode, where rage will automatically become active and allow you to do 20% more damage from all the sources of damage that you do. You also have to keep attacking or dodging enemy attacks to stay in overcharged mode. There's another skill called Unbearable Might that increases the damage while rage is in overcharge by 20%, so that increases it to a maximum of 40%. So this is a massive rage mode ability for massive damage. And that's all about Hulk's skills and abilities in the game and his playstyle in Marvel's Avengers. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.